Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Deafstroke, and today I have something new for you guys. I'm going to be starting a series of DC-related videos, more podcasty than anything, and it's mostly going to be like talking about the latest stuff that's going on in DC, mainly with the television series they have running, like Gotham, Flash, Arrow, Constantine, which I haven't seen any of yet. I'm actually 2 episodes behind Gotham as well, which is just a shame on my part. But today, it's Tuesday right now when I'm recording this. I don't know if it's going to be up on Tuesday, but this is November 4th. There's currently not a Flash episode on this week, so I figure, you know what? There's no Flash episode this week, but I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about the Flash in this video, at least today, and I'll probably be releasing the episode, like the episode review-ish kind of a thing. It's not really a review. I'm just going to be talking about the episode. Maybe if you guys enjoy this, I'll be able to take questions, because I'll be posting them like the day after the episode airs. So you'll be able to like send video, not send videos. I mean, you can send a video if you want. I'm not against it. But you can send questions to me on like Twitter or something. Of something that you would like to hear me talk about, if it's DC related, because I'm a big DC fanboy. I also don't know shit about Marvel. So don't ask me anything about Marvel, because I will not be able to help you out with that, because I don't know anything. But anyway, today we're talking about The Flash. I'm going to kind of nutshell the first 4 episodes since they've already aired. There's going to be spoilers in this. Every single one of my videos there's going to be spoilers. I'll say that in the beginning of the video before I start talking about that given episode for whatever day that it is. And so I guess we should just get right into it. Flash episode 1. The pilot had leaked online months before it actually premiered. I did not watch it online. I refused to watch it online, and a majority of my friends did not, and they told me, oh, it's really good. But I still had my concerns. My main concern was, how are they going to do the Flash's speed powers? And I was really worried that the CGI for that was going to be kind of bad, because there had been limited CGI in Arrow, and the CGI that was in Arrow was it was okay, but I did not think that it was going to hold up as a mainstay of the Flash show, because I thought it was just I just didn't think it was going to be as good. I was wrong, straight up. I'm going to say I was totally wrong. The CGI effects, the Flash speed effects are really well done. I was really impressed by that. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Into the actual episode. They started off pretty much exactly where they left off on Arrow, with the Barry Allen character, Grant Gustin's character, who, by the way, I have to say is doing a phenomenal job so far as Barry Allen, and I'm very, very happy with that. So, if you're not aware of what happens while you're listening to this, because there's going to be spoilers here, so. But anyway, he wakes up from the coma that he got from the coma, like he just caught a case of coma. Oh my gosh. Anyway, he wakes up out of the coma that he sustained. Do you sustain a coma? Anyway, he wakes up out of the coma from the lightning bolt that you've seen him get hit from at the end of, I believe it was episode 9 of Arrow season 2, and it's pretty crazy. That they still managed to tie it in to how Arrow ended on that episode with the character, without needing to have seen that episode to understand what was going on, like why he was in that coma. In fact, they made it so if you had never seen an episode of Arrow, you wouldn't even know that he was on that show at all. At least to start off, which is smart because there's obviously people that are gonna have want to see the Flash that probably have never even heard of Arrow, which is a shame because Arrow is a fantastic show. But yeah, he wakes up, and then we're introduced immediately to Carlos Valdez and Daniel Panabaker's characters of Cisco, Ramon, and Caitlin Snow, respectively. And honestly, I feel like the Cisco character in the first episode, when he first appeared on screen, and the times that he appeared on Arrow, the one episode. No, he appeared later on in Arrow as well, I believe. I wasn't really sold on that character, but later through the episode, you could really tell that he was there. He was like the comic relief character, and that's something that's not really on Arrow. That I feel like it just really fits Flash so much better than it would ever on Arrow, because Arrow is a much more dark and brooding show. Which, I mean, I don't really have a problem with, to be honest, because Arrow and Flash are completely different shows, but in the same universe, and their characters are sort of interchangeable, as you'll see later on when we get to episode 4. Man, this is going to be a long video. I hope you guys are ready, because I might be ready. Who knows? We'll find out. But the first episode is the Weather Wizard was the main villain, and they find out later that metahumans have become a thing because of the particle accelerator malfunction, because of the storm, and that's also what gave Barry Allen his super speed. Which, alright. With, it's not... There's tons of different canon stories, I guess, of how the Flash becomes the Flash. Sometimes it's a science experiment. Sometimes it's particle accelerator. I think there actually was a time before this where it was a particle accelerator. And I'm saying a lot. That's whatever. I mean, you guys get used to it, because it's going to go on for a while. Who knows? Maybe we'll get better later on. But there's a lot of things that are I want to talk about, but I haven't seen the episode since they aired, so forgive me if I'm not on point with some of these episode reviews-ish. Just know that it's pretty good. The first episode. I'm not done with the first episode, but it sounds like I am, right? It's whatever. So he wakes up. That's when we're introduced to those characters. Wow, can you believe I just rambled for like 3 minutes about that? And I'm doing it again. Anyway. He wakes up, then he immediately decides to go see Candace Patton character in Isis West. And that I felt a little odd about, because, I feel like you'd want to go to your boss first, but he decided to go to Isis first. Or Isis. Why am I saying Isis? It's Iris. Isis is something that's not any DC related character at all. Anyway. Yeah, so that's when he starts to realize that something's weird's going on with him, when he can see the slow motion stuff, and it turns out he's just moving a lot faster than everybody else. Which, I mean, it's, I don't know if it's really exposition, but it's it's setting up the fact that he is just realizing that he has powers, and the fact that when he after he realizes that something's not right, he like runs like 2 feet, but like super fast, like in this with the speed force, and he's just he's just like, this is amazing, and I'm really like, the way that they wrote the Flash is just the way I want the Flash to be forever, in my opinion. And I think the way the Flash should be is, he's not too serious, but he'll get the job done when he needs to, and he likes to have fun. And to be honest, if I had super speed, I'd be having fun with it as well. And if you weren't either, then you're Professor Zoom. So suck it. Anyway, he goes back. He finds out he has super speed. Okay. This is kind of getting into, I believe, episode 2. I think this is when it happens. He goes all of episode 1 of running super speed completely fine. Episode 2, though, when he's running, he starts to get dizzy and pass out because he hasn't eaten enough. Where was that plot point in the first episode? Because I feel like that's not just something that happens like after a while. Considering every time he would run, he would have to eat more. Anyway, but the way they did all that, I'm totally fine with. He made calorie bars. We're already in the second episode. All right, no. First episode, I will just say, Weather Wizard was cool. I think he's dead. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure in the second episode they said that they killed him. But I'm pretty sure he just ran around him in a circle. I know that sounds really awesome, right? He just ran around him really fast in a circle. But no, the visual effects were really good on that. It looked really good. I wasn't really sold on Weather Wizard's backstory. He just thought he was a bank robber, and then he thought he was dead. And when he woke up, he had the power to control the weather, and then he immediately continued to rob banks, like, not even like big banks. And then it took like the whole episode for him just to be like, you know what, I'm gonna start this giant tornado, and not say what the tornado is going to do. He just said he needs to think bigger. So I'm assuming he was just going to, wait, no, the Flash wasn't even there when he said that. That was in the trailer, I believe. But that whole point was just so Jesse L. Martin, or Detective West, could find out that Barry had super speed, and I understand that plot point, and I think it was well written, to be honest. Episode 2. The big shocker episode at the end of episode 1. Tom Cavanaugh, that's how you say it, I believe. He plays Harrison Wells. You find out that he's actually not stuck in a wheelchair, I guess you could say. He can actually walk. And if you know who Harrison Wells is in the comics, good for you. As well as Rick Cosnett's character, Eddie Thawne. If you know who that is, then, I mean, you can pretty much tell probably how the route of Season 1 is going to end up. If you don't know who it is, don't spoil it for yourself. Stay ignorant. I'm not saying that because I know who he is that it makes the show any less good for me. It's just more of I know of something is going to happen, and it's more of just waiting for that to happen. Like in Arrow, the second they introduced the Slade Wilson character, obviously I know who Slade Wilson is, and it took a season and a half of me, like, just waiting for that to happen. So who knows? By the way, this is totally off topic. Not like I haven't been already throughout most of this video. But the Arrow episodes, I'm probably going to have to do Season 1 and Season 2 in their own separate videos. Because I'm not going to be able to do episode by episode. So I'll probably just do maybe I'll do one video of Arrow and combine season 1, season 2, and just have like my thoughts on those episodes, because I've seen each of those episodes probably like 5 times. I'm like I said, I'm a big DC fanboy. Plus, like 6 months is a long time for there not to be any Arrow on TV. I mean, let's be real. Arrow's a really good show. Also, I might have guests on this as well. I don't know. I've had confirmation from some people that they would like to be on it, but this was supposed to be recorded a while ago, but the plans fell through, and then I never said anything because I'm a lazy shit. Anyway, so, oh, by the way, Flash's mom got killed by some electrical ball. I know, I'm so good at explaining things, right? No, but that's how they explain it. They say it was just a ball of lightning. But then obviously when you see that Barry Allen has the same powers, almost, it looks like he's a ball of lightning. You realize that it was probably a man in there, and Barry says there was a man in the lightning all the time. And nobody believes him, everyone thinks he's crazy until the end of the episode, and then Detective West is just like, oh man, I'm sorry, you were right. We're gonna get your dad out. Oh yeah, because they think his dad killed him. Killed his mom. Man, if I wasn't 16 minutes into this already, I'd probably restart at that point, because I just realized I was terrible. Anyway, episode 2. Episode 2, I believe, they teased the Grodd breaking out of the cage. That could be episode 1. Oh man, I could be totally wrong. Oh well, they tease Gorilla Grodd, and I hope they do that. Episode 2 is, man, what is episode 2? It wasn't Mist, was it? I don't think it was Mist. I have no idea. No, it was not Mist. It was the dude that can clone himself. Oh man, I can't remember his name. I'm really upset. Oh well. There's a dude that can clone himself. Supposed like almost infinitely, which is pretty cool. I won't lie. Oh, his name was Multiplex. That's what his name was. I was like, oh man, I should know that. So Multiplex is here, and you know, I wasn't a big fan of the actor that played him. What's his name? Oh, I'm gonna have to look this up. But I don't know. I just wasn't sold on him. I just was not a fan. And then I feel like the Flash could have just killed. Oh, this is the part where he passes out too, right? I'm pretty sure this is the episode where he passes out. I still won't buy that. It's like the whole Laurel being Black Canary thing. That's a spoiler, but who cares? That's for a different show. But anyway, episode 2, there's a dude that's trying to get back at Stag Industries, I believe it is. Simon Stagg. And he was like a disgruntled employee that got fired or something like that. I don't remember. And then so he's trying to kill Simon Stagg. Didn't work out. He got caught. Not sure what they did with him, to be honest with you. I don't think they said anything. Maybe he's in Iron Heights. I think that's where they sent. I don't think they sent Weather Wizard to Iron Heights, because I'm pretty sure Weather Wizard could just get out of Iron Heights easily. But maybe Multiplex went to Iron Heights, because like he could just clone himself. He can't really. Oh no. Yeah. Spoiler alert. Multiplex throws himself off a building and kills himself. Totally forgot about that. Ironically, I'm pretty sure the same thing happened with the Balloon Man in Gotham the same week, like the day before. So it was just a lot of jumping off buildings. Don't jump off buildings, people. Just don't do it. It's not. It's not. It's not okay. Anyway, so that's two villains dead, most likely. Even though I don't really think they explained what happened to Weather Wizard. But he's one of the rogues, like one of the Flash rogues, which is like uh, Weather Wizard, Captain Cold, Heatwave. Is it Piper? I don't know if the Piper is there in that one. We're getting to some obscure shit right there with the Piper, if that's not one of the rogues. But I can't remember who the other one was. I don't think it was the Piper. Anyway. So Multiplex is dead. There's a whole subplot of Barry doubting himself, not being able to do it. But he made it. He did it. Go Barry. Be the best around. Nothing's ever going to keep you down. Anyway. He tries to save the dude, but he ends up just killing himself, which is really upsetting, to be honest. And then, the end, the Harrison Wells, Dr. Wells, ends up just killing Stag anyway, after revealing that he needs to keep Barry safe, even though he's like a psychopath, it seems like. And I believe that's the end of the episode. Episode 3 was Mist, the Mist episode, which the CG for Mist was pretty good, actually. Considering it's some dude that can turn himself into poison gas after, like, he was being executed in the gas chamber when the particle accelerator went off, so it kind of, like, made it so he can turn himself into smoke. Now that I'm repeating it out loud for you guys to hear, it kind of sounds ridiculous, but I mean, we're talking about superheroes and supervillains here, so I mean, I guess you gotta take it for what it is. You need that suspension of disbelief, I believe it's called. Look at me being kind of smart and stuff. But anyway, Miss was a good episode. He, like, literally, like, when people were like, I want to be inside of you, he took that literally, and he just went totally inside of somebody. Or a bunch of people, actually. All the people that were involved with this case. And, tried to take out Detective West when he was talking to, Barry's dad, who, by the way, I can't believe I didn't mention this early on. Barry's dad is the original Flash from the Flash TV show in the 90s, which, if you were old enough to watch that show, like I was, that's a pretty cool little Easter egg there as well. And I'm glad that they did that, because I'm a big fan of John Wesley Shipp, and I'm glad that he's, being Barry Allen's dad when he was Barry Allen. So that's pretty cool. So what else? Anything else happened in the episode? Really important? That's when he got the calorie bars. No, that was in episode 2. Episode 3, there wasn't really that much that went down, I don't think. I mean, it was really good. I know it's really hard to think that I'm saying that it's really good, considering I was just like, oh, did anything else happen in episode 3? Not really. But, that's not true, because I believe episode 3 is when we found out a little bit more about the, Ronnie character, which is, Caitlin Snow's, fiance at the time, I believe it was. They weren't married yet. He was played by Robbie Amell, which is the cousin of Stephen Amell, who plays Arrow on Arrow, which is cool. He was also on a canceled TV show called The Tomorrow People, which I didn't see. I never watched a single episode of that show, so maybe that's why I got canceled. Just because I didn't watch it. No, it's not true. But, we find out some hidden stuff about the Cisco Ramon character, about how he feels guilty about locking Ronnie into that thing, even though Ronnie asked him to do it. Also, Ronnie Raymond is one half of Firestorm, which that's you know how I said, like, oh, if you know who Eddie Thawne is, or if you know who Harrison Wells is from the comics, then you'll, don't look it up. Continue to be ignorant. Well, I kind of just ruined that for Ronnie Raymond. Yeah, but he's Firestorm, and that's pretty upset. Did I say upsetting? I meant to say that's pretty awesome. There's another dude. There's gonna be an old dude, because Firestorm is two people, and one's a young guy and one's an older dude. I'll let them explain that in the show, because it's a clusterfuck of DC obscure knowledge that I'm not gonna sit here and bore you guys with further. And man, this is really hard. Like, it's a lot harder than I thought it would be, but it will get better. Hopefully. Just, if you're still watching, shout outs to you. And I guess they caught Mist. They put Mist in. He is officially the first villain that they are keeping in their metahuman prison inside the particle accelerator. And I think that's really cool that they're going to have their own metahuman prison. I'd like to see if they actually end up, like, in future seasons, having, like, an official metahuman prison. I thought it would be really cool if they would have, if, like, Oliver would have been like, hey, you got metahumans over there, you can ship them to this island called Leon U. Which we'll get into, back in, or not back, but in the future. Back to the Future, Michael J. Fox. It's a good movie. Doc Brown. Oh well, we'll continue with that some other time. I don't know how to segue from Doc Brown to Captain Cold in episode 4, which we are going to do right now. Episode 4, by far the best episode so far, and if you haven't watched it, turn it off right now. Like, if you didn't care about getting spoiled for the other episodes, that's good for you. But if you don't care, I care, because episode 4 is really good, especially if you're a fan of Arrow as well, because Felicity Smoke from Arrow, played by Emily Bett Rickards, oh my gosh, she's the best. That's all I have to say. She's the best. Her and Barry together are hilarious. The opening of Flash episode 4 is probably some of my favorite television I've ever watched in my entire life. It's cool, it's funny, and it fits. Like, it's just everything you want the Flash to do, and he's doing it. Captain Cold, oh man, don't shoot me for not knowing the name of the actor who plays Captain Cold. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna look it up right now for you guys, just because if I don't want to be shot in the face. Wentworth Miller, of course. I totally knew that, and I'm not just saying that I knew that. Like, honestly, I just could not remember his name. He plays Leonard Snart, which is Captain Cold. And Leonard, pretty dated name. It's pretty old, but they do make a comment about that, which I enjoy. I enjoy that they did that. I also love the fact. All right, yeah, okay. I was saying I wasn't sure how I felt about the Cisco Ramon character, but the fact that he's naming the villains, and that's how they're getting the names from the comics in there. Is just, I really think that's really well done. I don't know how long they're gonna keep doing that, but I would be okay if they kept doing it for the rest of the life of the show. I could see that getting old, but I mean, uh, I still enjoyed it, at least for the first or 3 episodes that they've done it. Cause I don't think he named Weather Wizard. I think that's the only one of the villains he hasn't named yet. Uh, but who knows? We could see him later on because he is a canon part of the Rogues. So we'll see. Um, anyway, Felicity comes to check on Barry. This is the first time she's seen him since the incident, and she already knows because she's fucking Felicity and she knows everything because she's like a computer god. And a computer god? How about a technical goddess? Can we do that? I'm okay with that. Plus, Jesus Christ, goddamn, slap me in my face and call me uncle. That didn't make sense, but her in that black dress at quiz night, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Um, Man, that just totally threw me off track. Like the black dress, it's captivating. Ladies, right? Come on. Like if you're if you're a woman and you're watching me, I you might want to rethink what you're doing with your life because there's no reason for you to be watching me. If you're a guy and watching me, you know what I'm talking about. Unless you're Sam, Sam Fufu, it doesn't matter. Uh, but he's probably a big fan of Wentworth Miller. I mean, I know I am, right? Ladies, again, Wentworth Miller? Come on. Anyway. Captain Cold is a badass. That's all I have to say. I really like how they wrote him and how Wentworth Miller has played him. I read, actually, after the episode that he was not familiar with the comics version of the character. And I think I'd actually prefer actors not to understand or be completely in the know. Like, I know Grant Gustin is a big comics fan, so he understands how the Flash is supposed to be played, and I think that might be part to why he's so good. But I feel like the way Wentworth Miller just played it, it's not like how any Captain Cold we've seen in the comics previously, or even in certain video games that he's in. And yes, he's in at least one I know of. Which I may be talking about the game in a separate video. It's not going to be this video, that's for sure. But, yeah. What else? What else we got? Where was I? Oh, I liked how he played it. He played it like serious but funny at the same time. Like he was badass, but he was funny. Like an example is like he was staring down Barry Allen. And he was like, "Oh, I didn't notice before, but you're just a kid." Or maybe he didn't say the exact words, but he didn't notice how young Barry Allen was before. And then he's like, "I know what your weakness is." It's like, while you be saving everyone else, I'll be saving myself. And then after that, he hits Barry Allen with the freeze gun. Freeze gun, man. Also, that freeze gun, the effects on that were pretty well done. As well as they're going to be able to do with the budget on the show is kind of probably not that high compared to like other network shows, but it doesn't really matter because it's still entertaining. That train scene was really well done. It was really good, actually. Again, going back to how I started off the video talking about how I was concerned about the CGI effects. I think they're slowly becoming some of the best CGI effects that are on TV. Suck it, Agents of Shield. Again, Marvel fanboys, don't destroy my life. I don't know shit about Marvel. I just know that the first season of Marvel Agents of Shield was complete anus. Well, I mean, I guess we're not going to talk about it. We won't talk about it. This is DC, folks. DC. So yeah, and at the end, did I talk about the big reveal thing at the end of episode 3? Yeah, didn't I? With when he looks up the oh man, can I go back to that? For this video and this video only, I'm going to go back to episode 3 and say that the whole Tom Cavanaugh, Dr. Harrison Wells character, foreseeing the fact that he would be creating the Flash with that lightning bolt. He's done it all. This was all planned to have this happen, and he wants to keep the Flash safe. Probably because spoilers is what I'm gonna say. Even though I said there will be spoilers, but he's probably gonna be one of the Reverse Flashes. If you don't know what the Reverse Flash is or what the Reverse Flashes are, then that's alright, because you'll find out. Because I'm more than certain that's where they're taking that character. How long it will take, I have no idea. I have no idea how long that will take. But yeah, back to episode 4, and oh man, sorry. So episode 4. I already talked about Felicity and how she's amazing, but she's on a different show. So I'm not going to get too far into that, but I really liked how she, I feel like she stole every scene that she was in. I'll just leave it at that. Really looking forward to Heatwave teaming up with Captain Cold. As the Prison Break team up again. And I've never seen Prison Break. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know anything about Prison Break. But I know that there's the dude that's playing Heatwave. I don't even know what his name is. But he was from Prison Break, so you can look that up if you really want to know who it is. Or you can wait until my video comes out after the episode airs, whenever. But anyway, meanwhile, there's this whole throughout the whole season so far, all 4 of the episodes, there's been a subplot between Iris West and Eddie Thawne, a love subplot. But I mean, it's a CW. There's got to be one of those in every show. Of course, Detective Joe West, Iris's father. It's not a proof because Eddie Thawne just so happens, coincidentally, to be his partner on the force. So, CW at its finest. I don't really have a problem with CW. I mean, the only shows that I watch on the CW are Flash and Arrow, so I can't really have a problem with it. But yeah, that subplot, not really going anywhere. It's really probably just there to hold the characters on the show, like have a reason for them to be there until they actually get to their plot point of the plot for the season. Or it could even be like how Laurel has been for 2 seasons, how she's just not had any reason to be there at all. But they kept her around with that stupid alcoholic drug addiction plotline they had going on there, where she was fucking an alcoholic and a pill popper for 3 weeks and then had to go to AA. Yeah. I'm not a fan of the little character on Arrow. That's not a surprise to anyone that knows me. Anyway. to the Flash. To sum up the Flash, I'll have to say that it was exceptionally better than I expected it to be. From the gate, I expected the pilot to be a little slow, which is ironic, right? Fucking show called The Flash being slow. But I was wrong. It was really well done. I like that it's lighter than Arrow, but that's to be expected because the Flash is a much lighter character than Arrow. Well, then how they have written Arrow in this one, because this is a much darker version of the Arrow character, of the Green Arrow character, because mostly the Green Arrow is more of a campy character, but this is a serious Arrow, badass Arrow. I like that. I'll be talking about Arrow. I'll probably have my season 1 and season 2 wrap up, maybe even part of season 3. Maybe I'll do that as well. Like, I'll do a catch-up video. Like, I'll call this one Catch Up to the Flash, just because, I'm a fucking loser, and I think that's a cool title. Because you would never do that, because he's the Flash, he's the fastest man alive. Get it? You can't catch up to him. Nick probably laughed at that. Also, I'm going to see if I could get Nick, aka Superblaw, on here. Now that I said it in the video, he's going to have to do it. That's why I said it. Maybe Gubstacular as well, because we're big fans of Arrow and The Flash. Maybe Tom Z1272. We'll get some people in there. If Magnitude would ever finish Arrow Season 1, I could have brought him on there to talk about Season 1, but that's not going to happen ever. Suck it, Steve. Anyway, I think that's about to do it. I mean, it's over 40 minutes already. It's just terrible. There's no way any of you made it to the end of this. If you did, I'm glad. If you're asleep right now, I'm going to haunt your dreams. If you just turned me off, then you wouldn't even be hearing this part. So, I don't like you. Go away. How about that? But, if you did make it, shoutouts to you. Get ready to see my, or to listen to my dulcet tones probably again tomorrow when I talk about Arrow for hours. Considering 4 episodes of The Flash took me almost 45 minutes to talk about, I'm gonna have to talk about 50 episodes of Arrow in one video. I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to break it down. I wanted to get the Arrow episode done before I finished. Like, I wanted to get the Arrow episodes, like the recap of season 1 and season 2, and up to where we are at season 3, done before the Arrow episode aired tomorrow. I really don't think that's gonna happen. So, who knows? It might. It might not. I'm gonna upload this as soon as I'm done recording this. So, guys enjoyed it. If you didn't, I'm sorry. I apologize. If you did like it, hit the like button, I guess. Share it on Twitter or Facebook, if Facebook's still a thing. You know what? Share it on Friendster and Zanga. I don't care if nobody you know still uses that. I want someone to send me a screenshot of them sharing this video to MySpace or Zanga. I don't even know if Zanga's still up and running anymore. Or Friendster. Friendster as well. Did I say Friendster already? If Friendster is still going and you send me a screenshot, I will shout you out on my Arrow recap episode, because that's pretty cool that you would take the time to do that. Kid Nicarus, you're exempt because I know you'll do it. Everyone else, you can totally do it. Also, you can post questions in the comments below, or you can send me Twitter questions about like Arrow or The Flash or Gotham, even though I haven't watched it yet. But just let them pile up on the video, and then I can pull them from there when I go to do those episodes. or those episodes. I'm calling my own shit episodes right now. No, videos. I like to call them videos because that's what they are. 45 minutes. All right, let's wrap this up. Also, I need a name for this thing, like a DC podcast kind of a name. I don't have a good one. I was gonna name it like Deathstroke TV. That's stupid, right? That's really stupid, right? Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna set you free. Stay free, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.